Sabah al Khair students, my name is Arwa and again I'm with you and my tutorial name is AB Tutorials Learn Hard. Okay, so next we are in a series of dimensional formula and we are I think this is part 4, and in part 1 I gave introduction of dimensional analysis, how to drive SI unit, what is dimensional formula. Then we are in series of what are the uses of dimensional formula. In part 1 and part 2 I discuss about error correction, I discuss about how to check whether LHS equals to RHS, whether some formula are correct or not, whether you can form this formula or not with the help of dimensional analysis. Now again, this is again one of use of dimensional formula. This use is called derivation of formula. Very nice. You can form any formula whatever you want with the help of these method, with the use of dimensional formula or with the help of dimensional analysis. You can form any formula whatever you want. Just follow this thing. Okay, so I'm very excited about this and I just wanted to just go with me with the video, and we will have a very nice formulas also. Okay, so let's start now. Derivation of formula. How can you drive? Suppose if I asked you something, if I tell I have a quantity time, I have time, and my time is dependent on this is what is this time? This is a time period of simple pendulum. Simple pendulum. Starting I'm going with the ease, and later on we will have a very nice numericals of which was asked in board exams, and in this series I'm going to give you some also some questions about IIT, JEE, NEET questions that's been asked in these competitive exams also. So just follow this series, you will get everything, and have patience. Okay, so let's say I have a T simple pendulum time, and I'm telling you it depends on, the word use it, depends on mass, that is M, mass of bob, comma L. What is L? Mass, what is L? L is the length of simple pendulum. Remember, this is simple pendulum and this to this is length. This is L, and here mass of the bob is M. And next it depends on acceleration due to gravity, mg. Remember, so g, it also depends on g, that is acceleration due to gravity. So time depends on M, L and G. Now they are asking how these can be in relationship, time can be in relationship to this. It means they are asking about formula. They want to know about how time depends on this. Okay, for example, if I say how velocity depends on displacement, so you will say velocity is equals to displacement upon time. That's what we call is that formula, right? So in the same way, in the similar way, they ask about time depends on this. So how these relationship we have to set up the relationship such that with the help of, I earlier in part 1 and part 2 I discuss all the things how we can check correctness of the formula, right? And error correction also we discuss. So in same thing we have to discuss with help of dimensional formula, we will get simple formula for this relationship. And how? Let's see. They said time depend. I don't know whether it is maybe some quantity is directly proportional, maybe some quantity inversely proportional. I don't know anything. I just want to write simple thing. Time depends. Depends means, okay, if it is inversely proportional, automatically it will come in the formula, it will come at the end of the expression. Don't worry, it just depends. It may be directly proportional to M, may be directly proportional to L, and may be directly proportional to G. And listen students, it might be possible that it inversely proportional to L or G or M. It will come to the expression at the end. Okay, starting you don't know anything, you just know this depends on this formula. One more thing, now it depends on this, but how means what the power of M, maybe M square, maybe M to the power cube, I don't know. So I just write down A over here. I don't know whether it is L cube, L to the power 2, or L to the power half or minus half. I don't know anything. So I just write down B over here, exponent. Okay. I just write powers, and power will come automatically. Don't worry. I don't know what about G, whether it is G square, G to the power minus half or plus half. I don't know anything. So I just write down C over here. What I know is, I know the value of time. How can I write time? In MLT form, time denotes by capital T, and it is like in the bracket, correct? We discussed all the things, so I'm not discussing everything in this part, okay? I will just give you description. I will just give you the link in the description box, okay? So you can check it out. And don't worry, if you know the things, you can easily go on. T is equals to capital T. Now, in the form of MLT, can I write T as m to the power 0, L to the power 0, and T to the power 1? Getting my point? Look, this is T to the power 1. So it means it only depends on time. So time, otherwise m to the power 0 means 1. And if you have 2 to the power 0, it gives you 1. If some number is here, whatever expression is here, and if some to the power 0, it means this will give you 1. Correct? So m to the power 0 is 1, L to the power 0 is 1, and only we have T. So we can write this in this MLT form. We can write this T like MLT form. Okay, so let's go towards the expression T. Look, it is proportional, so let's say proportionality. If you remove this proportionality constant, you will get K. Correct? Some proportionality constant we don't know, so let's say it is K. And m to the power A, L to the power B, and G to the power C. Right? Now students, note down. I have m to the power A. How can I write it in the form of MLT? M denotes mass. So can I write it like this? M to the power A. Correct? Now I have L. L is what? L is length. L to the power B. L denotes length. How can I write it in the form of MLT? MLT can be written as L. L to the power B. Remember, we denote is MLT form. MLT form. We have to denote each and every expression in the form of MLT. Okay, what about G? G to the power C. What is G? Look, G is acceleration due to gravity. Okay, it's fine, no problem. It is acceleration. Main thing, it is acceleration. And how can you write acceleration? You can write it as L upon T square. I derived it in my previous parts, so please check on that. Okay, so acceleration, can I write it like L upon T2? Okay, fine. And since it is to the power C, so let's say this to the power C. And we can even just expand this, and can I write it like L to the power C and T to the power 2C multiply? Okay, that is L to the power C. Since when it goes up, it will be minus 2. When denominator to numerator, it will be minus exponential. So I can write G to the power C as in this MLT form. Now all expressions you have to put in the formula. And remember, this T is equals to M0, L0 and D. What I again write down the expression for you, since I don't have board, so it will be easy for you. Otherwise you have to again go back. M A L to the power B and G to the power C. This was our expression. T is equals to K, M A L B and G C. Okay, fine. What is T? T, we just wrote it as like this. T is equals to M0, L0 and T to the power 1. That is M0, L0 and T to the power 1. How can I write K? K is just my new MA. MA mass. MA is equals to capital M to the power A. What about L? L is equals to L to the power B, and G can be written as LC T to the power minus 2C. Okay, fine. Now look, this is 2L. So can I write it like K M to the power A L to the power B plus C? Same base, so power can be added. Maths. Okay, what you have to do, you have to compare this LHS with the RHS. Correct? So how can you compare? Look, this is m to the power 0 and this is m to the power a. So base can be same base, so power can be comparable. So a equals to 0 over here. We got the value of a. What about L? In LHS, L is equals to 0, and we have in RHS we have L equals to B plus C. So B plus C equals to 0. Can I compare LHS with RHS? Yes. So in this equation, I get B is equals to minus C. Correct? So this is my, since I don't know the value of B1, I don't know the value of C1. So let's keep it like this and put it as equation 1. What about T? Look, here T to the power 1 and here T to the power minus 2C. So compare T is equals to minus 2C. So since base is same, so power can be equated. So minus 2C is equals to 1. I'm sorry. Since it is 1, so minus 2C is equals to 1, not 0. In L to the, here L is equals to 0, so power is 0. That's why B plus C equals to 0. Okay, here T is 1, power is 1. So C is equals to minus of half. Fine. So if you put in this equation, that if you put in equation 1, which we got B is equals to minus C, if you put C is equals to minus of half, you will get B is equals to plus half. Okay, now these are our powers which we have to put in our main equation so that we will get our formula. Remember what was our formula? Our formula was T is equals to K, small m to the power A, L to the power B, and C, G to the power C. Remember, this was our formula. So in this equation, K we don't know. K is just our any proportionality constant. It is just a constant. It is dimensionless quantity. So how can you write with the help of this dimensional formula? It is dimensionless quantity. Okay. Okay. When m to the power A is 0, A is equals to 0. What about L? L is B is equals to half, plus half, and G is equals to C. C is minus half. Now you got my point. What I told you, whatever will be the formula, if it is T is inversely proportional to G, I can write it like T. M is 0, so M goes out. M to the power 0 is 1. So we are left with L to the power half, and since G is minus, so in denominator it will go to give you plus half. So it means T is inversely proportional to G. It already, at the end of the expression, you got it. Okay, that's what I told you. So can I write K is equals to under root of LG? This is our famous equation for calculating time period of simple pendulum. So many of you students who are just going through unit 1 may don't know about this formula, maybe. So even you don't know, you can easily derive the expression. Okay, so let's go towards the next problem. So we will practice more and more problem. This is my question number 1, and this is my question. You can find, if you want to know value of k is generally 2 pi L upon G, and you can find this constant by other methods. So we are not dealing with this right now. How can you find the proportionality constant? So let it be like this. Okay, now next question is question number 2, which says the expression is velocity of water waves. This is a water wave they have given in the question. Velocity of water waves. Velocity of water waves depends on, again, depends on, in which quantity it depends? Let's see. Depends on, number 1, wavelength. Wavelength. Students, wavelength is denoted by lambda. Second is, it depends on density of water. Density of water, which is equals to rho. And third one is, it depends on acceleration due to gravity, that is G. You have to establish dimensionally the relationship between these quantities. Okay, so we have, with the help of dimensional formula, we can find the relationship between V and these three terms, or we simply, in simple way I want to say, it is formula. Okay, you have to derive the formula with the help of dimensional analysis. What a use of it. Very nice. Solution. So what they said, what was our first step? Our first step was V, velocity, dependent sign, lambda, rho, and g. Now I don't know whether it is lambda square, lambda inverse, lambda 2. I don't know. So I write it as A, I write it down as B, I write it down as C. You can, if you want, you can just, if you want to give lambda to the power B, rho to the power A, you can give it, no problem. Okay, since it is in a series like this, so I just put it A, B and C. If you want rho to be here, you can put it rho to the power A or lambda to the power B, anything. You can just shuffle it. It's your, totally your call. Okay, now first, this is our LHS and this is our RHS. So what we have to do, let's just remove this proportionality constant first. So if you remove it, it will be K, rho to the power B and G to the power C. Now you have to open up individually in the form of MLT. You have to write this V in the form of MLT. You have to write this expression also in the form of MLT, and then equate LHS, RHS. Same thing. What is velocity? Velocity is displacement upon time. Displacement L and time T. T inverse. Okay. I already derived all these things in my previous part, so please check it out. And if m is not here, can I write m to the power 0? It doesn't make any difference. It is 1. Okay. I just want to write it in MLT form. Okay. What about lambda? Lambda, can I write lambda is, what is lambda? Lambda is wavelength. Wavelength will be in terms of meter, right? SI unit is meter, centimeter, but SI unit is meter. But unit, I want to take, this one is in terms of length. This is length. This lambda will be, if you want to write it in MLT form, it denotes you length. What is your wavelength? Wavelength generally means this is your one wavelength. So you will write, you will say, okay, this is 1 meter wave, 1 meter. What you meter? Meter means length. You're talking about length, right? So can I write it as L, MLT form L? Now since it is A, so you give it power A. What is rho? Rho is density. Rho is density. Density is equals to mass upon volume. Mass upon volume. Mass is capital M and volume L, length into dimensions, length into length, which will give you MLQ or ML minus 3 if you go L to the numerator. Okay. Now rho, what we give, rho to the power B. So this whole to the power B. If you open it up, you will get M to the power B and L to the power minus 3B. Fine. Okay, last one is G. G to the power C. What is G? G is acceleration due to gravity. Very nice. Acceleration is due to gravity. Again, L upon T2, which is equals to L T minus 2. And since it is to the power C, so just open it up. You will get L to the power C into minus 2C. Wow, very nice, very nice. Put all the things in our equation. This is our first equation. Put it equation 1 and compare the powers. You will get the formula. What is V? V can be written in terms of I can write V as in MLT form is M0LT minus 1. M0LT minus 1. What about lambda? Lambda can be written as L to the power A is equals to L to the power A. Students, here's K, K is for proportionality constant. Don't remove this because you don't know the proportionality factor. Okay, fine. Lambda, L to the power A and rho. Rho can be written as M to the power B and L to the power minus 3B. L to the power M to the power B and L to the power minus 3B. What about the next term is g to the power c? G to the power c can be written as L to the power c and t to the power minus 2c. Okay, so expression is m0 lt minus 1 is equals to k. Look, this is L, this is L, and this is L. Base same, power can be added. M to the power b, L to the power a minus 3b plus c, and t is alone, so minus 2c. Fine, good for us. Compare m to m, L to L, and t to t. So m to the power 0 is 0, m to the power b, same base, power equated 0. We got the value of b. Now next is L. Here L is 1, L to the power 1, and here is a minus 3b plus c. Same base, power can be equated, a minus 3b plus c. Wow, can you do you know b is equals to 0? So can we put here from equation 1 b is 0, so a plus c. This is our equation second. Fine, just note it down. This is our equation second. We have to find value of a and c individually. So let's go towards t, if t can help us. So t minus 1 is equals to t minus 2c. Can you see, same base, power can be added, is equals to minus 2c. Minus to minus cancel, and c is equals to plus half. Wow. So write down c to put this is the value of c. If you put c here, you will get, can I solve it over here so that it will be easy for you to see? Plus half, then a is equals to 1 minus half, that will give you minus half, right? 1 minus 2 ones at, oh sorry, plus half, I'm sorry, this is plus half. You got all the values a, b, and c. Just put it in equation 1. Okay, then v is equals to, what was our equation? K lambda to the power a, rho to the power b, and g to the power c. That will give you k. I don't do proportionality constant because it is dimensionless. Okay, so it cannot be had with the help of dimension analysis. We cannot find k. Okay, so lambda to the power a was what was my a? Where is a? A is equals to plus half, b equals to 0, and c is equals to half. Okay, fine. A is equals to a is equals to plus half, right? B equals to 0, and g is equals to again plus half, right? V and b is equals to k lambda, since it is 0 1, something to the power 0 is 1, L half and g half. Can I write it like k under root lambda g? This is our velocity. So do you believe velocity is equals to displacement upon time? And velocity in water waves, since it is waves have parameters like lambda, g. We all have different parameters in different physical quantity, right? So it is easy for waves. We have to find lambda. We find lambda over there. So velocity in terms of lambda we got. Okay. So this is again, we easily find the formula. Many of you students don't know velocity and lambda relationship like this, but now you got it with the help of dimensional analysis. This is the use. Now I will give you again some very different question of it, MLT form, question number 3rd, and this is the heat produced. Question is the heat produced in a wire carrying this is our wire. Okay, this is my wire. It produces heat because electricity is going through it. Let's say it is I, electricity current flowing through it, and it produces some heat, releases some heat. Okay, now heat produced in a wire carrying an electric current depends on the following. So heat depends, H is for heat. Okay, we denote H as heat. Fine. Heat depends on, number 1, in which factor? Let's see. Heat depends on current current, which denoted by I. Current is denoted by I. Second one is resistance, R. Okay, and the third one is time. Okay. Fine. Good for us. These information they have given. Now you have to formulate you have to find the relationship between heat and these three quantities, or in simple way formula. Students, one thing I want to mention, maybe you have already noticed it in previous question, also in this question number 2 they have given that velocity dependence on lambda density. Since you know now, if maybe some of you got in mind that if you are talking about the water, you will definitely, there will be a term of density of water will come definitely. So what we said, velocity depends on lambda density mg. But at the end of formula, even there are so many, if you want you can whatever if you think that if I'm talking about certain parameters, so you can go with mass, you can even say okay, velocity depends on the mass also. Okay, whatever physical quantity you want, whatever word for quantity you want to put, you can put in dependent form, like velocity depends on time also, on this factor, lambda density, this mass also you can. But at the end, even if there is a density in our question, but at the end we are not getting our density term, the pages. Okay, fine. At the end, we are not getting our density. We are only getting lambda and g. So density factor already, it's already removed in the formula. So even if you put so many dependency which is in your mind, maybe it depends on this, maybe it depends on this. But at the end of the formula, you will get whatever it actually depends, velocity actually depends on this formula. Only you will get that. Okay, look, density we already took, but it removed now. Okay, all other parameters will automatically get eliminated, so don't worry about it. Okay. Fine, they have given, wow, such a factors they have given. Okay, fine. So solution is, let's start with the solution. Heat, again, heat depends. So just put it I R T, and you don't know the value of I. How much? I mean to say I to the power, let's say A, B, and C. Okay, then heat is equals to, if you remove element disproportionately, then it will give you K I to the power A, R to the power B, and T to the power C. Students, heat. Let's observe heat. What is heat? Heat is energy. Right? Heat is how much heat lost. It means energy is lost. Energy has one form, that is heat. So heat is nothing but energy. Energy. And what is energy? Energy is work upon time. Correct? This work can be written as work upon time ml2t minus 2. All things I already derived in my previous part, so please check it out. Okay, upon time t. So it will give you ml2t minus, if this t goes up, then minus 2 minus 1 minus 3. Okay, mlt minus 3. Work done upon time, ml2t minus 2 upon t. So this is the formula of heat. Fine. Now what is current? We derived heat in MLT form. Now we have to go with these expressions. This is our I. I is our current. What is current? Current is charge per unit time. Look, now charge doesn't have dimensions in MLT form, right? So you have to write charge has. That's why I told you, I in part 1 I gave you introduction about seven fundamental basic dimensions quantities, right? And in that it was one quantity called ampere. If you remember, charge in terms of coulombs and amperes, that fundamental. Why? There's a building block. Why? Because you can charge is just, if you say plus q, charge is flowing. So how can you write in terms of dimension? It doesn't have length, breadth or height. Charge doesn't have, it is just a point mass. Okay, even electron has a mass of 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Can you believe such a, they are just, you can say massless. Okay, so this doesn't have dimensions like length, time, etc. So charge has a unit called coulomb. Okay, and of course time is our time. We have time as fundamental quantity. Okay, t, dimensional quantity. Now this c upon t, charge per unit time, since current formula is charge flowing per unit second, per unit time. Okay, so charge is not our fundamental quantity. Fundamental is ampere. So charge per unit time, or charge SI unit is coulomb. But charge per unit time, this can be written as ampere. A denotes for ampere. Okay, ampere is the name of the scientist. Okay, ampere. Now, I to the power, we wrote it I to the power A, and here A to the power A. A is our dimensional formula. Okay, dimensional formula. In all questions you got MLT form, so you are in practice with that question. But this also is one of our fundamental quantity, ampere. Okay, so that's why I took this different question. Now next is resistance. Resistance. What is resistance? If you know the Ohm's law, and maybe in 10th class you already go through about Ohm's law, etc. So you must have noticed V is equals to IR, or V upon I is equals to R. Remember? So from here we get this formula. What is V? V is potential difference. What is potential difference? Potential means energy. Potential means this is V. V means potential. Potential means energy. Potential means energy. Very nice. Energy. So you can write, and this will give you energy, and energy formula is ml2t minus 2. ml2t minus 2. Okay. What is this? This is potential difference actually. Correct word is potential difference. Potential difference means energy. Now in our electricity, energy is denoted by W, but this is V. V is potential difference. So actual formula of V is potential difference is work done per unit charge. How much you are doing work in flowing charge from one point to another, this plus q charge to this point. So how much work you are doing in flowing this charge from one point to another point, or getting the charge from infinity to this point, will give you the potential. So the formula V is energy upon charge, work done per unit charge. Okay, so what is the correct formula? V is potential difference. Potential difference means energy. Potential means energy. Potential, what is V? Potential difference. So potential difference is energy per unit charge. Hope you can see energy per unit charge. So work done per unit charge. So here I can write as V is equals to work done per unit charge. Correct? And work done is ml2t minus 2. Work done has MLT formula this. And what is charge? Charge will be in terms of what is charge? Charge again. Charge, since I is equals to Q by T, so Q can be written as Q is equals to I into T, correct? Better write it on the next page. I is equals to charge per unit time. Okay, current is charge flowing from this point to this point. How much charge is flowing? Electron is flowing. How much charge is flowing from in 1 second from one point to another? That will give you current. Flowing of charge gives you current. So can I write charge is as I into T? What is SI? Since I have to write in terms of fundamental quantity, charge is not our fundamental basic SI unit is not charge, it is ampere. So in terms of ampere you have to write down the unit of charge. So charge is equals to I is ampere and T is time is seconds. We have to write and not SI unit, MLT unit. That is A into T. Fine. So charge dimensional formula we got AT. What is velocity? Potential difference. Potential difference is equals to work done per unit charge. So work done is ml2t minus 2 divided by Q. Can I write Q as AT? So ml2, this t when goes up will give you t minus a, and this charge will give you a minus 1. Correct? Why we are doing this? Because we have to find the resistance, and the resistance is V upon I, and V is ml2t minus 3a to the power minus 1 divided by A is again ampere, I is current is ampere A, right? Again if it goes up it will give you ml2t minus 3a to the power minus 2. So resistance formula in dimensional formula is ml2t minus 3a minus 2. Fine. ml2a minus 2t minus 3. Okay, fine. One we find I, also we find R in terms of mlt. Now t is time. Okay, one more thing, r to the power b. So can I multiply b and just open it up? mb l2b t minus 3b a to the power minus 2b. Hope you don't have any problem in this. Now time, one more quantity left, time t to the power c. So in dimensional formula of t is t and just c. Okay, fine. Now our main equation was h to the power, h is equals to k I to the power a, r to the power b, and t to the power c. So h is ml2 t minus 2. This is my h. H is ml2 t minus, why it is t minus 3? Heat is energy. Sorry students, I did one mistake. Heat is energy, energy is work. Why I write time or work done per unit? I'm so sorry for this. So sorry. Heat is equals to energy, and energy is nothing but work, and work can be written as ml2 t minus 2, not this form. Sorry. Heat is energy, energy form dimensional formula is work done ml2 t minus 2. Okay, I derived all these things in my part 1 and part 2, so please check it out. ml2 t minus 2, fine. So can I write heat energy, that is ml2 t minus 2 is equals to k I. What is my I? I is A. I is A. So A dimensional formula is A to the power A. R is R. R is M to the power B, M to the power B, L to the power 2B, T to the power minus 3B, and A to the power minus 2B. M to the power B, L to the power B, M to the power B, L to the power B, and T to the power minus 3B, and A to the power minus 2B. And again this T is time, T to the power C. Hope no problem till here. And I'm very sorry for this. H is energy, energy is work done. Oh, sorry, I mean to say energy dimension formula is ml to t minus 2. Okay, because we how we got this ml2, because from work done is equals to force into displacement. From that we got this mlt term. Okay, please check it out in part 1, part 2. Okay, fine. ml2t minus 2 is equals to k. Can you find this base same and power can be added? A minus 2b. Can you find this b? M is only m to the power b. We don't have other m's. Okay. Can you see L is only 2b, right? L, we don't have other L. So a minus 2b, t to now this we have 2t, t and t. So can I write minus 3b plus c? Power is added. This is minus 3, this is plus c. So minus 3 plus c. Okay, fine. I got all the terms over here. Now I just have to compare LHS to RHS. So in LHS I got m is to the power 1. In this I got m to the power b. So if you compare to, b is equals to 1. What about a? Is there any term in here a? No, we don't have any term related to a in our LHS. So can I write like this? A to the power a minus 2b is equals to 0, since we don't have a over here. So a minus 2b. Okay, so a minus 2. Look, here we don't have the term a. So can I write LHS like this? LHS, can I write LHS? LHS we have ml2 t minus 2. But in RHS we are getting term a also. So I just write a like this. A to the power 0, nothing but 1. It will give you 1 only. So you are only left with ml2 t minus 2. So that's why I'm saying you just compare power. If you compare power, you will get a minus 2 equals to 0, because we don't have a over here. Okay. So if you want to compare like this, you can have. Okay. So again, since b is equals to 1 from this equation, b is equals to 1, so I can put a minus 2 into 1. So a is equals to plus 2. I got the value of a also, I got the value of b also. Let's move toward another quantity, that is L to the power 2b. Here we have L to the power 2b, and here we have L square in RHS. So same base, power same, b is equals to again 1. This is just a confirmation. Okay, b is equals to 1, we already got it from m. Now next terminology is t. T minus 2 is equals to t minus 3b plus c. So same base, power minus 2 is equals to minus 3b plus c. I got b1, just put it, b1 plus c minus 2 is equals to minus 3 plus c, and if you minus 2 plus c, that is plus 1 is equals to c. So c is equals to plus 1. Okay, again a, b, c, all quantities I got. Can I put it in this equation directly? H is equals to k, I to the power a, r to the power b, and t to the power c. So a is, what is the value of a? A is equals to 2. What is value? B is equals to 1, and t is equals to b is equals to 1, and c is equals to plus 1 again. Wow, this is my famous equation, I square RT. If you remember in class 10th also, you got this formula in Ohm's law. When you learn about electricity, you have a chapter, electricity chapter in class 10th, and in that you got this formula, H is equals to I square RT. And since k, we already know this one, this very well known formula, so here k is equals to 1. And if you don't know, don't worry, just put k over it. Nothing to worry about it. Okay, so this is my third question. Hope you like it and you enjoyed it. Any queries, do comment. Thank you for watching. Khuda Hafiz.